Hey guys, what's up, Dax here, and today we are here with my final review of F1 2013. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I've played this game for a couple of weeks now, so I want to be totally honest about what I think of the game. And yeah, so we'll start off with the good, because there are a lot of things in this game which have been improved, and personally I probably think it is the best game they've made, but I'll get onto that later. So I think first off, the first good point I wrote down here is the career mode. The career mode is a lot better in my opinion. It's a lot more fun. I've managed to just sit down every day and record an episode for my series, and I've enjoyed it. Normally when I did it for F1 2012 I wasn't really enjoying it that much, so that's why I didn't really go daily content at the start of F1 2012, just because I didn't really enjoy the career mode. But for some reason, I'm not really sure the reason why, but I enjoy career mode a lot more in this game, and obviously that is a good thing if you don't have online. Scenario mode as well, if you have the classic content, I think it's really good. I actually really like scenario mode. Not sure about you guys. I'm going to try and finish up my scenario mode series in the coming week, but scenario mode I think is a great addition. If they can do a similar thing with 2014, they can have something like that again, I'd really like that, because I really liked it. I didn't particularly like Champions mode in 2012, but I do really like scenario mode, which is a good thing. And I think if they can sort of just change it every year into something better and better, I think we're going to have a really nice sort of mini series going on in the game. But one thing I do say that I really would like would be something like a classic car career, where you saw me do a classic sort of mini classic car career and sort of until it failed. I really would like something like that, but I don't know whether they're allowed to do that due to licensing or whatever. I'll have to look into that before I can honestly say whether they can do it or not. Another thing that's been improved is the graphics and the lighting. Really good. The cars look a lot nicer. It does look a little bit more like F1 2011. The 2011 colours, if you remember, were really bright, really vibrant. 2012 they're a bit toned down, but I think we've got the bright colours again. And personally I like the bright colours. It's it just makes it nicer to look at, and I think that's what you want in a game, especially on console nowadays, where we're reaching the end of its life cycle. Nice colours and everything do really make the game look quite a lot nicer. One last thing I'd like to say that is really good about this game is the handling. Now this is my personal opinion, I don't know whether you guys think any differently, but I think even though this game isn't really a simulator whatsoever, I really like the handling, especially with the controller. I haven't played it with the wheel. I have got my driving force sitting right next to me, so I'll probably do some testing on the PC with that shortly, but for the controller at least, I really do like the handling. It's really nice, and that is something that has been improved over 2012. Now, any good review has the bad and the good, so we're going to be moving on to the bad points I've found about this game so far. And you may have heard of Tim McMurdoch. He runs an F1 channel with nearly 9,000 subscribers. I've got to say congrats to him as well, by the way. He was saying that online it is near impossible to race with someone outside your country. Now, you all know he lives in Australia, so connecting to the European people, it's really wasn't great in 2012. Apparently it's even worse in this game, which is unfortunate, because I think we all want to have just a nice racing experience, but it looks like we can't really have a nice racing experience because the lag seems to be, it's not the lag bubble, but it just looks like the syncing is completely out in this game, which is unfortunate. I don't know whether they're going to be able to fix that in a patch, but I really hope they do, because Tim McMurdoch was part of the Afro League still as a reserve driver, so I hope that he can join at some point, but it's going to be a nightmare for him if he just can't race whatsoever, because we're just like lagging all over the place and completely in the wrong place at the wrong time, and it wouldn't be fun whatsoever for him to race. So the online, I think, is gone a bit downhill. I think, in all honesty, if I had to choose between the lag sort of sinking and the lag bubble, I'd probably go with the lag bubble, because at least you know where the other car was. So that's a bad point I found. Another bad point I found is that you can't join some people's games if you've got the standard edition. If they've got the classic edition, it seems that you always have to have the standard edition to host the game, which is a bit unfortunate. It's a little bit of a problem. They've said they're going to fix that in a patch, so that's all good. One last thing I'm going to be talking about is sort of track extending and corner cutting. It doesn't really seem to be fixed. In last year's game it was, by the most part, not that good. You got a penalty for most things, especially sort of just crashing people off. But this year it seems a bit too lenient. I mean, I don't know whether any of you guys have watched Noble299's video where XMATG sort of purposely crashing into him to see if they get a penalty, but XMATG in that video doesn't get a penalty. He only just gets a warning for causing like a mass pile up. And, you know, hopefully these things are going to be fixed in patches, because overall this is probably the best game so far, I think, in the season. But still a couple of glitches and bugs which I hope are going to be fixed in the patches. But anyway, guys, I'd probably give this 8 out of 10. If those bugs are fixed, it'd probably be near a 9. But thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. It's been Axe, and I'm out of here. Goodbye.